Hey everyone, I hope everybody's doing okay and is staying safe. Today I actually want to do some gambling, so this is not going to be a build video. As you can see, I sold out the Guardian character that I had. I reached level 98. I did a bunch of different things for it, but I didn't want to make a video because there are so many videos about the Herald stacking characters in general, and I felt like I don't have anything to add to all those videos. Uh, this is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is about 619 stack decks. I have a couple of the riches and a couple of the voids that I get myself, but this in total is about 20x. And I had a bunch of money lying around, and I was like, what can I do to have some fun for myself? So this is what I decided to do. We'll go over a bunch of stack decks. Last time we didn't have the greatest experience, so hopefully this time around it's gonna be a little bit better, but I'm not so optimistic about it. We're actually gonna go with all the stack decks this time, and we'll see. So let's keep going. I'll tell you guys whatever is worth anything. Probably most of it is not. Like, yeah, this is probably worth something, but probably not that much. Like, this is 11C. Like, that one was 1C. This is probably worse. Like, a couple of C because of the challenges, but nothing too great. And while I'm doing this, I'm probably not making any money. Uh, Basically, what happened to the character is I invested a bunch of currency. As I mentioned in the last video, I went with like a couple of more, one more voices instead of the large cluster jewel that I was trying, and after that I upgraded a couple of the other voices that I had to 5s, so I got like some more passives. I went with some more energy shield, and I really enjoyed the character, don't get me wrong. The character was really nice, I really enjoyed it. I actually did decide to price check it by selling it, and basically the total price that I spent it on it was 1x and half a mirror or something. So 1.5 mirrors translate to roughly what, 450 exalts, something in that general direction. So it was really expensive character. But I've had the VD character, I had this character, so I wasn't really excited anymore. I played a lot this past couple months because of the quarantine, and I wanted to like be safe. I've been staying in more often, more than I usually do, so I've been playing a lot more than I usually do, and I'm kind of burnt out. So I decided to basically forego a whole bunch of that one was worth something, the six link wall regalia, but not that much, because that one is good for adding like an exalted orb, conquer one of the guardian exalted orbs on it. What was I saying? This is hard to do two things at once, but yeah. So I played a lot and I'm kind of burned out, so I probably won't try any new builds in this league, especially because like this league I started trade league. This was my trade league. Uh, don't think that anything could happen, but now we have like a new set of pressure. But yeah, I probably won't do another build. I'm thinking about going over some of my old builds in standard and see how they're doing, how they aged in time, and I may put out a video or two based on the builds that I still feel like are pretty interesting or pretty unique. As if you've been playing Passive Exalt for a while, you probably do know, but meta changes, right? Like one league you're really into something, like this league was the Herald stacking league, right? Because we have like 30 something percent with clusters, nice. We have 30 something% playing Guardians. We have another, I don't remember the percentage, but playing the same build on a Scion. So this was the meta, and last league and the league before that, the meta was minions, right? So the meta changes, and I wanted to just go over some of the old builds and see with all the new tools that are available. This used to be worth something. With all the new tools that are available, what are the changes that I would make today to any of the builds? And I'm already thinking I'm tired of trade league, so I probably will start either definitely SSF, but I'm still kind of torn between hardcore and softcore. The only thing, that was a new one, probably not worth anything, but like, the thing about hardcore is I would do hardcore any day, right? I do enjoy the play hardcore, but the problem with hardcore is the leveling. I'm gonna be honest with you. Despite what an amazing job GGG did with hardcore, with the leveling acts, they added like all the 6 acts and everything. We used to have to do the same things 3 times, but they changed it. It's story driven, it's amazing, but how many times can you really do it, right? Like after a while you just get tired, and like I don't mind getting back to like a level 70 character, but like anything below that is just tiresome. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, basically that's why I think I may not do hardcore, but at the same time there needs to be a punishment. But I would have loved for GGG to do something like a Diablo 3. The one thing that they did really amazing, in my opinion, was their leveling and how you can level. Just like, think of it this way, like maps, but with way lower tiers. Like, I don't know, we have tier 1, let's do -20, something like that. Like you do maps, you still do what you're supposed to be doing. We all know this story. I've done it so many times that I'm kind of tired, and I'm looking forward to new Path of Exile because of it, because then you get to try a new version of leveling for a while, and that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be a new opportunity for me to go back to hardcore, but for now I really don't like it as much as you might think. So that's my reasoning. I'm thinking even if I do SSF softcore, I still gonna do something as punishment for myself. So every time that I die, I probably will destroy all my gear or something like that, like to give me a sense of loss and to give me some reason basically. But the leveling part is just too much. Like I don't mind leveling back up. This is not worth something, right? Yeah. If poison was the thing, that would have been different. But yeah. That's why I'm thinking about not doing hardcore, but I still haven't decided. I may actually do something about it. But in the meanwhile, I'm probably gonna try some other game. I was thinking, I've never played Volson before. That's not bad. I may sell this actually. I never played Volson before. Well, not more than a couple minutes just to see the graphics when it was still in beta. And I was thinking after the release wasn't amazing, I already know that. And we all know it. And some people were paid to advertise it, but I generally do hold my horses for a while until it's settled and like everybody knows what's happening. But I've been hearing good things about it. From all the patches that they've done, so I'm hoping that it's not that bad. And I always like competition, especially in this type of gaming, because as much as I hate to admit it, sometimes you just want something new, completely fresh, right? Some new mechanic to learn, something new to enjoy, the joy of discovery basically, right? And I'm thinking maybe this should work some. No? Oh, that's the chevrons wrapping. yeah, that joy of discovery is gonna be nice, and that may give me something. So I may start doing a video or two just showcasing what's happening with Wilson after all this. This is worth something. All of this is just worthless probably. But I'll take all of these just to put it in the other one, and I'll take this off at some point. Yeah, Poetry Cluster is actually kind of one of my favorite maps. Not because of the layout or anything, but it's really fun to run and see what you get at the end, right? Like you can get almost any, what do you call it? Any card. So it's gonna be an interesting card. But it's usually an interesting map to run. And they were actually interestingly cheap this league, I feel like. Because they went down, like not the tier 15 one, but like the normal tiers went down by a bunch. They were, last I checked, like 24, 25. I bought a couple, wanted to do something nice. But yeah, and generally don't do this. This is, like if you have currency, never buy stack decks. These are not the type of thing that you should be doing with your currency in this game. But if you have some money lying around and you don't know what to do with it, and like me, you want to quit the league basically, you may as well, right? Like, I do generally, like, I never play a standard, right? Like, I haven't played standard since like a couple of months after I started Passive Exile. But for people who actually do play standard, I do suggest, like, whenever you're feeling like you're burnt out or something, you can always sell out all of your gear, because nothing is worth that much. There are those things that are worth a lot, the new things and everything, but standard is for perfect items. And if your item is worth somewhat something in a trade league, it's not gonna be worth anything in standard basically. So you may wanna translate all of your money, and generally, like, the thing that I advise is mirrors or something related to mirrors. So exalted orbs, mirrors are 300 exalted orbs and standard, and even more sometimes. But currently, like, mirrors are like 230, 240, something like that in trade league, softcore trade league. So that's like one reason you would translate, because the value of the currency that you currently have doesn't lose as much. And that's why I usually do this. Like, I'm never gonna use the mirrors, right? But if I ever want to, I can, like, I can gather like a bunch of mirrors in like standard, like, and for one of my characters, then I can afford to have like perfect mirror gear. Like, usually the mirroring fee is like 50x or something, right? So you can just get a bunch of mirrors every league, just gather them. And I actually knew a guy, one of my friends, who had like one character for so many leagues, right? Every league he would play the league, he would gather some money, translate to some currency, take it back to standards, and worked on that character. And that character was amazing. Like, at the end, it was a perfect character. Like, and that's a goal that you can work toward, to have a perfect character, because a perfect character in standard is going to cost you what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 mirrors, or maybe a couple more for like all the prices, maybe 12 13 mirrors, something like that, right? If you want to do a mirroring service and just go to the guy and say, hey, I want to mirror this item, nobody's gonna not do it. A lot of people actually do it as a source of money, because you're paying them like a mirroring fee, right? And that's like a good goal to have. But yeah, I generally don't enjoy extended periods of like working on the same thing. I don't have the patience for it, basically. Oh, this is gonna be a long video, and it's not gonna be exciting, is it? Because we are not gonna get anything out of this. No doctors, not even a nurse probably. House of Mirrors would be nice. Eyes of the Great Wolf. Yeah, this is worth something, but 20. I don't know. Because I'm almost done with the league. I'm thinking about whether I want to sell any of these things, and these are all things that, like 20 chaos, 30 chaos, more or less. Like, why do I care? So it needs to be like something really good for me to sell. I may actually sell some of this stuff just for the people who need it, like 6 link item. I believe that's one of the challenges for this league, and for people who want to get like the Vangs, I don't know what that was, but probably not important. For the people who want to like get the Delirium Wings, which I already have, I believe. Yeah, Delirium Wings. Look at my Templar. Without any gear, but with Delirium Wings. But yeah, I generally get the 36 challenges just for like the cosmetics at the very least, and they look pretty cool. And every now and then you look around your character like through the cosmetics and you remember like a league that you were enjoying. That's like a nice feeling. So many cards. I generally don't expect that much out of like stack decks, but this is so many stack decks, right? So I'm like, really, like, can't you at least give me one good thing so I can look forward to? Well, hey, I guess not everyone can get a doctor or something out of this, right? I'm sorry if this video is going to be long. I already know that it's going to be long because we had to do this for a while. But some people do enjoy it. I'm one of those people who actually do like the thrill of doing something like this and seeing what's happening. It's like a form of gambling, right? But way more benign than all the other types of gambling. Believe me when I tell you this is just fine. Yeah, this is a little bit late for the King's Heart. I remember this was going 25C at the start of the league. I was one of those people who actually bought a bunch of these because I needed a King's Heart, but yeah, as I was saying, like, I used to live in Vegas, and you see a lot of things in Vegas. One of my friends actually, who saw the other video, told me, why do you like do this and your card stash tab? Why don't you just do it in a map and then you can just show them and just pick up things that are shown by your filter? And I was like, that's too hard. This is just probably as easy, right? You just pick it up, and even if you never want to use it, you have a bunch of cards that you can later on check. Not that I'm ever gonna probably do that, but I'm pretty sure that I have a whole bunch of like full stack prophecy items in a standard that I never looked at, but yeah, last row, I guess. Here we go. Okay. Worst case scenario, we still have something to look forward to and a bunch of voids, which is gonna be interesting. Let's put all of these here. Let's go back to our cards section. What do we get? But yeah, Do you guys actually ever clean up your standard stash tab? That's something that I've been thinking about like doing, because like think of it this way: some poor soul is keeping track of everything that you ever had in any of the leagues, and it's that you're not using it. They're all temped out stash tabs, right? In standard. I feel like the poor GGG is current. I love the server. I don't know how much it takes actually, to be fair, but probably some of the server capacity of GGG is currently allocated to just keeping track of all the shit that we picked up throughout the seasons, right? So maybe I should go actually clean it up at some point. I don't know, Van. I tried to do it once, and the problem is it's a standard, right? Like you never know what type of character. Like in this league, I knew that I'm not gonna play more than more than three characters. So I knew in general, like I knew I had a good idea. I wanted to play the BD, and after I decided I was originally planning on playing another character, as I mentioned the first video. I wanted to play like another type of cyclone, like a physical impel cyclone as well, in a trade league to see like I've never went that way with cyclone to just use it as a physical, even though it's been like a thing for a while now and the best way of building a physical character, but I never got around to actually try it out. But I was thinking maybe I should do that, then this character came along, and then I was just too exhausted with the whole league, so I really didn't. So that's actually something that I may do. I was, even though I'm not building, I know, but I was crafting a passive building for myself for if I ever wanna play Cyclone in an SSF, but I wanted to play with, this is something. Even these came down? Okay. This can give you a corrupted headhunter as well, by the way, the undaunted, that's why it's expensive. But yeah, basically that's, I was thinking about doing that, but because I wanted to play maybe hardcore, I was thinking, hey, can you do with a SSF type of gear, can you do some damage with shield? Just have a shield and a sword. And god damn it, like sword and shields damage wise are really bad. Like with the SSF gear and everything, you cannot reach like even a million shaper DPS probably. It's really hard to get to that level, and you either have to give up on the survivability aspect of it, and basically you have to give up on something, right? And probably not the greatest character for SSF because it requires a lot of investment and a lot of different things. And usually if your gear, generally when you want to play SSF, you want to play based on only rares and maybe one or two farmable uniques through like get cards that you can a specific area farm for it in a specific areas. That's like the way to go. But that's one of the characters that needs a lot of specific uniques and specific things to drop for you. That's generally not a good type of character to build as an SSF character. And for the reason that I wanted to go full block was for basically survivability if I wanted to play hardcore. Let's see if we get anything useful out of this. We have a bunch of chaos, 20 chaos here. But I can try this one out, and these are probably worth something. And the gold ring. I can give this one. Yeah, it's not even worth me giving it. Hold this deceiver. Yeah. I wanted to try this one out. We have a full Silhouette. Yeah, nothing too exciting. So
Hello.
let's get rid of this one and see what do we get. Clarity reduced mild reservation on Edge of Race Crest. I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, 1C is a pretty good idea, to be honest with you. Not even, yeah. Yeah, this is worthless. Shavon, worthless. And Pride and Joy. Okay. So now let's enter second phase. Let's start with the voids. See what we get. Stormcloud. No, not you. Come on. Okay. Don't, I guess.
I will see you again.
Okay. Yeah, at least we get a Harbinger. No, not you yet. Offering to the goddess. Nice. Two more to go.
Welcome.
These are pretty worthless. I'll keep the others. Okay. I don't think that it's gonna happen, but I would be gladly surprised if we actually do get like a headhunter. Okay, I don't mind it. Let's say it that way. $29 is not bad. This is not a bad belt. I've been in the habit of checking out all the baited presses just because like you can get like a good corruption on a baited press. That would be nice for a lot of characters. Yeah, didn't think so. Let's see if we get any good corruptions. You should generally do Catalyst for defenses, right? Attribute, caster, attack, defenses. This is the one. So let's see which one we want to do. This is 29. This is 28, 19, 21, 23. So this is the best one. Second best one. Okay, 19% is still more than enough. Let's see what we get. Nothing. Attack speed during flask effect. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Area of effect would have been nice. Yeah, right? Let's see. Don't care about that. The only thing that we do care about is the actual ES roll. So we have 33, which is... Somebody wants to buy this for 60C, I'll sell it for 60C.
Hello.
But nothing else here, basically. But yeah, and thank you guys for watching, and hopefully for next week, I'll either put out a video for not a new build, a build that I already have in a standard, and just put a new spin on it, because I do want to go over some of my old builds, or I put out a video with a new game. I still haven't decided what I'm going to be playing for the next couple of days. But I hope you enjoyed yourself. Have a great rest of your day or night. Thank you.